This week I have been talking about the destructive nature of pride in our life. That pride destroys relationships. Pride will destroy your joy. Pride will destroy your generosity. That pride is that destructive nature in our life that destroys and kills those things most important in our life. It's what some people have called a silent killer. A few years ago, my family and I, we were moving from our home in Erie, Pennsylvania to North Carolina. And we put our house up for sale, and one of the things that the new buyer wanted was a radon test done in our basement. Radon, if you're not familiar, is a odorless gas that has the potential to cause lung cancer in victims. And so they did the radon test, and the test came back positive. And we're not really sure what the long-term effects may be in our life, but we had this gas that was in our basement that had the potential to kill us, and we didn't even realize it. And pride is the same thing in our lives, that it's that silent killer that lives beneath the surface that many times we don't always recognize in ourselves and has that potential to destroy everything important in our lives. And one of the things that pride destroys in our life is our prayer life. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you, why do we pray? I mean, we pray because we realize that there are so many things that are beyond our control to manage, beyond our control to figure out. And so we need God to intervene in some very special and powerful ways in our life because there's so many things that we're unable to do. And I would say that prayerlessness is prideful. If you're a person who doesn't pray, then there's probably pride in your life because pride says that I don't need anyone else. I don't even need God Himself to intervene in my life. Jesus in John chapter 15, it's one of my favorite chapters of the entire Bible. It's the chapter where Jesus talks about us abiding in Him. And in chapter 15, verse 5, Jesus said these words. He said, I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him, he bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. You see, Jesus in those words is telling us that if we try to go at life on our own, we can do nothing. And as we think about what is going on in the world around us now more than ever, we should be people that are on our knees and on our face before God in prayer. Realizing that there's so many things in our world that just seem to be out of control. And it's only God who can intervene and restore and to bring peace. And so I want to encourage you today to stop trying to figure it out on your own. Stop trying to handle your problems on your own. Stop trying to solve everything that's going on. Stop trying to solve that in your own. And humble yourself before God and come to Him in prayer. You see, as we read through the book of Acts, the early church, the early disciples, they all understood and realized their need and their dependence on prayer. And every time they prayed, God always intervened with some miraculous event. We serve the same God today, and so I want to encourage you to set your pride aside and come to God in prayer.